The monstrosities were diligent with their fighting. Many sacrificed themselves just to break through the wall even a little bit. The wall suffered heavy damages to it, making it extremely vulnerable to any more attacks. For this reason, many soldiers would camp out by this weak spot just in case repairs started to be made. Entirely separate from what was currently happening with the war, scientists noticed something in the southwest peninsula of the island. What once was an inactive volcano started to show signs of activity. It erupted not long after the initial detection of activity, and fortunately caused little to no damage whatsoever. All of a sudden, the monstrosities charged towards the weak spot of the wall. Soldiers climbed on top of the major wall to fight back, until they noticed something. They looked over the lands. Monstrosities covered every bit of the ground all the way to the horizon. The original ambush they made included about 3,500 monstrosities, but this ambush seemed to have over 15,000 of them. All rushing at once, they broke through the wall extremely fast. Monstrosities flooded into the city, with many taking down the wall to the western city on the island. People were running for their lives and soldiers were fighting back as hard as they could. In just a few minutes, the monstrosities had demolished the only thing keeping the people safe from them. General S commanded his army into battle, giving the monstrosities all they had. The fights were brutal and the casualties were overwhelming, but the fighting had to continue or the Zephyrian race would once again go extinct. The monstrosities were incredibly strong, and without a wall to protect the people, there was no possible way for them to fight back and win. Over the 600 years that these monsters ruled the island, they grew stronger and more powerful than ever, giving them an unstoppable strength against the Zephyrians. Suddenly, the west wall was breached by more monstrosities, instantly crowding the city behind the wall. The people were losing and they knew it. General S had to resort to desperate measures now. Monstrosities were slaughtering people left and right. Everyone was running for their lives as the soldiers were fighting back and perishing for the very survival of the Zephyrian race. Just then, sirens went off all across the island. The people ran to the bunkers to hide from what was to come. Missiles launched off from the hidden silos afar. Barrages of rockets spread across the island, striking every area with the most monstrosities. Instantly, the monstrosity population plummeted, but this came at the cost of the city's destruction. Radiation lingered, rendering the areas uninhabitable for the moment. General S ordered a final push for the military to corner the monstrosities. With the monstrosities' numbers being so few, the rest of the population was successfully pushed and cornered into one spot on the island. But with all the monstrosities in one area, they began to attack back at one point, ripping through the people in their way. They were nearly about to break free from being surrounded. Suddenly, the last and largest ship the people had left from the war charged towards where the monstrosities were. Without hesitation, the ship pummeled into the side of the island, finishing off every last monstrosity in one massive blow.